Vice President Dr. Bawumia has disclosed that officials of the Electricity Company of Ghana sabotaged the government's efforts to digitize revenue collection. The Akufo-Addo government has been pursuing the Digitalisation Agenda, with the Vice President leading the charge. Speaking on Day 4 of the 14th Commonwealth Regional Conference for Heads of Anti-Corruption Agencies in Africa, Dr. Bawumia stated that some staff of the IT unit at ECG introduced ransomware to prevent the system from working properly. Citi News' Fauzu Masaudu has the rest of the story.
The Digitalisation Agenda has been central to the government's strategies for transforming the economy and positioning the country as a leading ICT innovator in sub-Saharan Africa. However, the idea continues to face setbacks, notably in the sphere of fighting corruption. In his address at the 14th Conference for Heads of Anti-Corruption Agencies in Commonwealth Africa, Vice President Dr. Bawumia recounted how officials of the Electricity Company of Ghana sabotaged the government's efforts to digitize revenue collection.
I said we need to send in a team to digitalize revenue collection at the Electricity Company of Ghana. So we sent in a team and we began the process of digitalizing. Can you believe that workers within the system sabotaged? They put in ransomware into the whole system. They put in ransomware and the system essentially collapsed. We had to send in national security. Eventually found that it was some of the staff in the IT department who were culpable. And we found the computer from which this ransomware was injected in the system. It took us a while to restore this system. In fact, they asked for a ransom actually for this to work. Can you imagine that we should pay? They submitted a bill that we should pay for them to let the system work again. But anyway, they were arrested and we restored the system and we digitalized the system and we said that no more cash payments for electricity in Ghana. You can only pay by mobile money, by your electronic bank transfers, and so that is now the case. And can you believe that from 450 million cedis a month, collections have now gone to over 1 billion cedis a month.
In a bid to champion a cashless economy while preventing money laundering and other corruption-related practices, Dr. Bawumia reiterated the government's commitment to facilitate the implementation of the ECG.
Thirdly, we're also using digital technology to track money and suspicious activity. And this, we are working very closely with the central bank. And they are piloting to introduce a central bank digital currency, the CBDC, which we call the ECG. And with the successful piloting of the ECG, which has gone so far, which is essentially a digital version of our currency with appropriate privacy protections. With that successful pilot, it will eliminate, it will be the ultimate weapon in our fight against corruption.
Hosted by the Economic and Organized Crime Office, EOCO, the conference was focused on promoting collaboration among Commonwealth nations in fighting graft through knowledge sharing, capacity building, and policy research. But how can the continent win the fight?
The next stage of fighting corruption also, in an age of sophisticated artificial intelligence-enabled cybercrime, is for anti-corruption and law enforcement agencies to invest in digital forensics and tools that will enable our various countries track, trace, and disrupt the entire corruption value chain.
It may be just an algorithm, But Vice President of the Republic of Ghana, Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia, believes digitalization is the most practical solution in fighting the corruption menace in Africa. Reporting for Citi News, Fauzu Masaudu, Accra.